All right, next is my PVC pipe warm-up. Every single workout without fail, I warm up with a PVC pipe or a hockey stick in this case, in this way. So first we have pass-throughs, which I'm sure we all know, but all of us kind of shrug our shoulders and then bring them up and over, which is fine. But then once you feel pretty open in through the scapula and through the front of the pecs, you can kind of reach over, pull the other way, get a little bit more into the biceps. Bring it on up, and then I want you to do the same thing but with retracted shoulders. So I'm here and now I can't shrug. I bring it into kind of my snatch grip and then I bring it all the way up and over, and man, is the stretch a whole lot more delightful as the more I keep the shoulders pulled down and really practice that positioning. Next, we have around the worlds, which we all seem to pretty much get. We know in the fitness industry, the more kind of you can work on full range of motion and through your shoulders and just getting out all those little snap, crackle, pops that build up over not using them all day, then the better your workout's going to be. After that, we're going to work internal rotation. I always think it's important to work internal rotation before external rotation. So right hand, thumb faces down. You'll bring it across your left shoulder and then wrap around like you're like, I don't know, a snake or something. And then hike it up, and then from there you'll pull it down. As you pull it down, you'll think about kind of rolling the PVC pipe up and back and around and kind of prepping that internal rotation, noticing any kind of tension that builds up and through the front of the shoulder. Notice if it's kind of sharp or shooting or if it's that kind of dull roar of a stretchy pain. And then from there we have external rotation of that same side. So now I grab it with my thumb facing up. And then from there I put it on my left shoulder. And then I sheath it like a sword. I wrap my free arm, my right arm across my body. And then my elbow pulls out to the side. When my elbow pulls out to the side, then I can roll my shoulder up and back and down. And really think about getting that glenohumeral joint to just have a little bit of laxity in through the joint, right? Hang out right in through there. Oh, I found something. I'm going to dig that elbow down. Explore that as much as it feels good. And then from there, glue it to your body and give yourself a little counter. It's like a front rack stretch as well as kind of rocking those rhomboids as well, getting in through the back. And then let's do it on the other side. Internal rotation, I'm around here, I hike it up, I bring it over, I'm rocking around and around. I'll let you kind of finish out on that one. I grab it at the bottom, thumb faces up, boom like a sword, grab across, elbow out to the side, pull up, oscillate that shoulder round and round, get in there, and then let's move down. Next, grabbing it on your back, soft bend in your knees. Your knees are then corkscrewed out so you'll feel your outer thighs, and then we get into good mornings. So I send the butt back and the body forward. I'll show you from the side. I'm right in through here. Feet directly underneath my hips. I break, knees track out, and then butt goes back, body goes forward. I pause here, and then I find thoracic rotation. So I think about reaching forward to side, right about in through here. Notice that my belly draws in. I'm really not trying to hinge or rock around in the lower back. I really want to see how much healthy thoracic rotation I can get. And then we move down a little more. I take my right hand, I stake it into the ground. I got my left foot forward, my right foot back. And then I internally rotate. So I get that stretch right across the front of the hip flexor. I let the belly draw in. I lift up. That fires up the stretch a little more. And then from there, just give me single-legged lunges. We'll call them back. You do single-legged lunges. About 10 of them should do. You're using the PVC pipe as a support so you have the balance. And then from there, after the 10th one, you'll drop. The belly draws in, the hips stack directly on top of the back knee, and then you press that hip forward. The belly draws in so that way we can fire up a little bit more in through the psoas, in through the hip flexors, in through the quads, even up in through the belly, and then reach the left arm up and overhead. In fact, you can even grab onto your PVC pipe. And then from there, I reach that right arm up and over. So now I'm getting length throughout my entire right side. So it should be the side that's open is the side that's reaching up and over. After that, you come on down. I bring my left foot to its outer arch. I think about corkscrewing the leg out and then shift and shimmy side to side. If you want a little bit more, you can lift up off of the back knee. If I'm right in through here, I can lift off and kind of rock in. Again, on thoracic rotation, I think it's so important on getting extension through the spine. Right hand to the floor, lift up off the back knee, or don't, keep the back knee down and reach that left arm up to the sky. Your inhale grows you taller. Your exhale opens you up. And then from there, you'll come on out. You'll bring it into downward facing dog, pedal out and through your heels, get to know your calves a little bit, and then walk it up. And then let's rock it on the other side. Again, let's go over the sequence. I'll go over a little faster since you'll probably zone out and do some on your own. But my left hand grabs onto the PVC pipe, right foot forward, left foot back. I internally rotate so I find that deep stretch to the front of the hip flexor, and then I just work on single-legged lunges. It's great because it really preps the movement pattern of the knee to stay super stable instead of wobbling all over the place, as well as that obvious stretch that'll happen in through the hips. Belly draws in, hips pressed forward. You can even lean back a little. You'll reach it up, then you'll reach that left arm up and over, get length, come on down. Right foot to the outer arch, corkscrew the leg out, shift side to side, get in there. And then the right foot comes flat, my left hand down, my lift up off the back knee or not, and reach my right arm up to the sky. Couple breaths here, getting a little bit more length and twist, and then come on down, step it into down dog, walk the feet up to the hands, and then from there get into the bottom of a squat. Feel looser than you ever have before, and then reach the arms straight up over your head. Take an inhale, and then on your exhale, stand. Inhale, arms all the way up, back and around. Exhale. Inhale, look forward, flat back. Exhale, drop the hips to the bottom of a squat. Inhale the arms straight up to the sky. Exhale, you stand. If you want, you can also do that with, now this is a little high for me. I might want to use a ball or something. But I can take an inhale, arms straight up. Exhale, I forward fold. My inhale looks forward. My exhale sits my bum so I can work on that perfect positioning of a squat if you don't quite have it. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, stand. All right, that should get you pretty warm. I'm already sweating. Have fun. All right, next we're getting fired up by doing some step-ups. Now these are not going to be like any step-ups you've ever done before because we actually use it first as a test for knee stability. So I'm going to show you a couple first and then I'm going to kind of walk you through them. So I bring myself forward. I try not to dip and drive like I would normally do on a step-up, but I want to bear all of the weight into the front leg. And then from there, I want to travel about 4 seconds on my ascend up. I pause at the top, I show stability where I am, and then from there, it takes about 4 seconds to come down. Now, in my opinion, going down is way harder than coming up. I'm going to show you in the front way. You might be able to assess kind of, I'll do it over here so you can kind of see maybe the movement of my knee as I travel up. So I'm here, as you can see, I reach forward, and then from there, I want to make sure that this knee tracks actually over my pinky toe as opposed to over my big toe. So I want to try not to let the knee collapse in. You'll notice if it does, if that's its first kind of, if under fatigue, that's what it does, it collapses in, well then you know that probably when you're squatting under fatigue or under heavy load that you're doing the same. So 4 seconds on the way up, 4 seconds on the way down. You'll do 6 each leg. Really take your time with it. The slower you go, the more you learn, the more you can assess about yourself. And then from there, we add speed and we add load and we can add some of those things. But at first, let's see that the movement mechanics of the knee and the muscles surrounding it, specifically the adductors, the vastus, both lateralis and medialis, that they're all working in conjunction to stabilize that knee. Next, we're doing a chair squat to a regular squat. After we work on those step-ups, you're going to do 10 chair squat to regular squats. That is 5 each, so for a total of 10. I do feet together, knees together. I come down into a squat, and then from there I explode up and then get my feet shoulder width apart so I can come down for another squat. That's actually 2, right? So 1 in, that's 1, 2, once you go out shoulder width apart, then that's 2 reps. So I'm here, feet together, knees together. I'm here, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 10. And you'll go through 3 sets of all of that. So 6 step-ups on each side and 10 of those explosive chair to regular squats.